I wake up in the morning, I open my phone, guess what I see?
Nothing.
Red at 11:38, no response.
I was busy. I read it in person and then I forgot to respond. And I love you too. I just forgot. I'm sorry.
When I hear your friends talking to you on the phone, I want to vomit. I want to absolutely vomit. They talk disgustingly.
Sometimes I'm just ashamed of my fellow creatures. What are we doing?
Creatures is the right word.
Welcome back to the Dating Diner. I'm Parker Panel.
I'm Parker Panel.
No, what?
Oh, I'm Sarah Coomer.
Yes, and
Sorry.
I'm also Sarah. The point is that we're here with another episode.
Woo!
Woo! We're back with another episode. Yes, okay. And we have been having so much fun filming these.
Yes.
And I feel like, since this is a very vulnerable episode, I want to go ahead and tell you that these milkshakes are 3 days old.
I knew that already. So you won't be seeing me sip out of this because look how soggy this is.
The reason why, though, is because I recently bought a milkshake maker, but I ran out of ice cream, and so I didn't have the time to remake it.
This is water, milk. I actually am going to gag talking about it. This is water, milk, old ice cream. I'm like really trying not to gag.
It's not that bad.
Old ice cream and like chopped up old soggy Butterfingers. So.
Well, I'm learning. I'm trying my best to be a cook at the diner.
Sick.
Anywho, well, let's go ahead and get started with a game that we like to call
Deal or Deal Breaker. Bum, bum, bum.
So Sarah came up with this game. How do we play this? What do we do?
I am going to name maybe a characteristic, a trait about a person, and we are going to decide whether, for us, that characteristic would be a deal breaker or if you could still be with that person.
Okay, no, this is great. I actually like this game, and the reason why is because I think that I should maybe start us off.
Okay.
Deal or deal breaker. They leave all of your cabinets wide open at your own apartment. Deal breaker.
It's not a deal breaker.
Yes.
Are you with me?
I'm still with you,
Okay.
but it doesn't mean that it's not annoying.
We don't have to air out the cabinets on every single episode.
Literally, guys, if you've been watching every
We don't
episode,
have to air it
this
out on
girl
every single
never
episode.
closes the cabinets in my apartment. Please tell me
They
why.
already know that. They already know.
They deserve to keep being reminded.
They already know. Okay, I have better ones because
Okay.
we already know about that.
Fine,
Old
fine.
news. The next one I think is they don't have social media at all. They're not on it. They don't have an account.
Ooh.
No presence.
Deal or that's a deal breaker.
Really?
I mean, really?
I think it's a deal. I wouldn't mind.
The thing is, I mean, our lives are both surrounded by cameras. We have 3 of them looking at us right now. And I feel like if someone doesn't understand the ways of the world with social media and what's trendy, we just can't relate.
But sometimes people just need to like commune with nature. You know what I mean? They just need to be grounded.
But sometimes people also need to be in touch with reality.
There's life outside of social media.
Disagree. Just kidding.
Okay, I have another one.
All right.
They're a bad texter.
Oh, that's a deal, obviously, because that's what I do every single day.
I want to hit deal breakers so bad because I hate it, but you are so terrible at texting and we're still together, so I guess it's not a deal breaker.
I just don't like to text. I don't like to call. I don't like to FaceTime. I would rather just have one-on-one
If you
dates.
read our conversation thread on text, you would think that I am just some sort of fan of Parker and he's just like doing the bare minimum to like make me feel loved.
That's
like
bad.
1 word answer maybe every like 3 days.
That is bad.
I sent him a beautiful poetic
No,
paragraph
don't tell
the
him
other night.
this.
He was out with his friends
bad.
and I was sitting at home alone just like, wow, I really love my boyfriend and he's just so good. I'm just gonna send him a nice little paragraph. I was like, I love you. You're so sweet. We're so perfect together. You're the man of my dreams. I go to bed. I'm like, he's going to be so happy when he reads this. I wake up in the morning. I open my phone. Guess what I see?
Nothing.
Red. 11:38. Red at 11:38. No response.
I was busy. I read it in person and then I forgot to respond. And I love you too. I just forgot. I'm sorry. Okay.
Bruh.
All right. We do not need to air everything out on the Dating Diner. Fine. But I'm gonna give you one. Okay. Deal or deal breaker. He wears flip-flops in public.
Mm.
But I do that. You've never said anything.
A
was
little
wrong.
toe thong.
That's what it. What? You never say.
I don't like it.
You never said anything was wrong with it.
I mean,
though.
I love you, but it's not a fashion statement.
I enjoy sandals. I like letting my dogs breathe. Sorry.
Not everybody needs to see your hairy toes. It's just like, it never looks good.
Oh, don't do that. Oh. All right. Well, that one hit a little close to home.
What is your answer?
Oh, deal. Duh. Are you kidding me? I wear them all the time. It's way comfy.
Way comfy.
Way comfy. Okay, give us one more, then we'll move on.
I've got one more, and
Okay,
this
okay.
one's bad.
Okay.
They're the type of person, when you're out and about, to ask for the manager.
Oh, that's such a deal. I do that all the time. Wait, when you wrote...
I can't stand when somebody asks for the manager. I can't. You're a tattletale. You are a tattletale.
I'm just wondering, when you wrote these, were you intentionally thinking of
Was
me
I
and trying
targeting
to
you?
target me?
No, I wasn't, because when you do them, it's okay because I love you. But if I was in the stage of like just getting to know somebody, it would probably be a deal breaker.
For all you single men out there, though, don't be pulling out some of these cards until a couple years into the relationship. Although, if you do want to do sandals, please have your way.
Well, speaking of just getting to know somebody, that's
Okay.
actually what we're going to be talking about today on this episode, is the topic of situationships.
Situationship. Can we do the thing like the edit where it goes situationships? Yeah, I mean, situationships are brutal. I have been in a few.
I've been in quite a few. I'm sure you all out there have had your share of situationships, as have we.
If you don't know what a situationship is, pretty simply put, it's when you are on the brink of a relationship, but nobody wants to put a label on it. And so instead, you're kind of just in a situation.
I think that men and women get into situationships for different reasons.
I don't think I understand.
Well, okay, I'll explain. I think that women get into situationships because they're trying to get to know a person and trying to decide whether they would want to have a relationship with this person.
So it's like an accidental situationship.
Not accidental. It's just more of a like getting to know you phase.
Okay.
For men, I think men like to be in a situationship because it means they're not committed. So they have the freedom, if they want, to go see other girls because there's no label. So they're not technically cheating. And that's like the ideal scenario for a man, because men are pigs. Sorry, someone had to say it.
Okay. I take that personally, but
Okay, not all men, but you have to agree.
all men aside from me, your dad, my
Okay.
Well, I unfortunately have to say that I agree, because kind of, I mean, in the beginning of our relationship, the goal was just to have you as one of my roster girls.
I am not a roster girl. You found that out quick.
I know. And
There's a difference between being on the roster and being the main girl, and I'm not going to be one of the girls on your roster.
I feel so bad looking back on it, because what was I thinking? But the goal was, and this is going to make me look really, really bad, but the goal was, since I live in Los Angeles, Sarah at the time lived in Kentucky, I'd go back home to Kentucky for the summer. She would just be kind of like the summer fling. Anytime I were to go back home.
That's literally sickening, because little does he know, if he had done that, if he had just like left and thought he was just going to come right back to me whenever he wanted, he would have never seen me again. I am not like that at all.
I understand. And now I look back on it, I'm like, yes, I understand. But in the moment, I was like, man, I'm the Riz God. Like, this is working great.
I told you, though, men think of it differently. I genuinely think situationships are just training for toxic relationships.
Jeez, that's brutal. But we're not toxic.
I don't think we're toxic at all. But we were only in a situationship for what, like a month and a half? But I think after that is when it starts becoming training for toxic relationships, because he's showing you he doesn't want to commit to you. He doesn't want to be loyal to you. There's a reason he doesn't want a label. It's because he wants to be able to see other girls without penalty.
That's right. I speak on behalf of all men here, and I apologize in advance for all the men out there, because I got to keep it real at the day and I got to. Men are toxic creatures. We are. And I'm not the only person in the world who kind of was trying to add someone to my roster. I think a lot of men are like, you know what? Let's play the field. Let's have a list of different girls, because unfortunately, and this is so unfortunate, and I apologize in advance, but we live in a society where men are praised for having multiple women, but women are condemned for having multiple men.
That is true.
Make that make sense.
I genuinely just want to say this. This sounds like so like stupid and like, don't stick to societal norms, guys. But seriously, it is not cool to have like a whole bunch of like people, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not cool. Girls don't like that. It's not like you don't get a gold star or a medal. At the end of the day, it's like, it's not cool. Don't just be playing around just because you think it's like, yeah, I'm cool. Like, I get a bunch of girls. Don't do that because it's not going to help you in the long run.
I mean, that right there is the gospel truth. And I have learned that now that I've been in a relationship for almost 3 years now. I've learned because all of my buddies, they're like, oh, what girls you have today? What girls we can invite over? You are trained to say, I'm supposed to have multiple women. And thank goodness that I've tied myself down. Because
do you know how men do it too?
No. What do you mean?
Have you heard of the art of breadcrumbing?
What is that?
Breadcrumbing. Oh. You know what it is. I'm sure that you've done it. You just didn't know there was a name for it.
I've never heard of this.
Breadcrumbing is when a man, gives a woman
Bruh.
just enough attention to like keep them coming back, but that's it. Like the bare minimum, they just give them what they need to like keep them coming.
Oh, I guess I do that.
You do it.
Well, I did that. Sorry, I did that. Well, yeah, most men do that. Like, some of my best friends do that.
I don't like that. I am not a fan at all.
Oh, geez. Yeah, some of my friends are players. It's not good. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
That's bad.
But how long is too long to be in a situationship? Because you didn't string me along by any means. We started dating like a month and a half after we started like talking.
Maybe 3 months?
I think 3 months.
Because I guess you and I were kind of in that like situationship period for like 2 months. And then the goal was to move out to Los Angeles and then kind of just like have you in my back pocket and be like, oh, I'm going to, come back to Kentucky. And then I would see her. But the thing is, Sarah and her riz and her charm was too good.
Won you over.
It was too good. She won me over, and I realized, like you said, you weren't just a roster girl.
No.
You were someone who I wanted in my life forever, and that's why we're here at the Dating Diner.
But that leads me into my next question. Is it reasonable to expect loyalty in the situationship phase?
Oh, that's good. Ooh. Oh, I got to think about that for a second. Is it reasonable?
I think it depends on the type of person, and also like every situation is different. But I would say it is reasonable.
No.
I expected loyalty.
No, I don't think it's reasonable. No.
Why?
I'm actually pretty passionate in that.
Why?
Okay, you are in a situationship for how long? That's really important to remember.
True.
How long?
Let's start at a month.
Okay. You're in it. Okay. That really helps my case even more. You're in a situationship for 1 month. You do not have to be loyal. There is no label. The whole reason why we have situationships in the first place is because we don't want to put a label on something. You are not together. You are not a boyfriend. You are not a girlfriend. All you are is a situation. That's at the root of it all. So, very simply put, no. Loyalty is not required in a situationship.
See, that's why I think the only consistent part about a situationship is confusion. Because you're not consistent in me, because you're going to see other girls. There's never any sort of stability. It's just so confusing. It's like, what are we?
Wow, you are spitting nothing but facts this episode.
I would say in the first month, maybe I agree. Like, you're still just getting to know the person. Like, it's not crazy to say that like you don't have to be loyal, but once you hit a certain point, it's like you kind of have some sort of mutual understanding.
So I guess that point would be is how often are you hanging out a week? Now, I think that matters big time because your position on the roster is going to be completely dependent upon if you're hanging out 3 times, 4 times a week. And so I think if you and I were pushing 4 to 5 times a week, you're clearly number 1 on the roster. So I think that's where the loyalty is going to start to grow. But if you're hanging out once a week, Also, once a week, yes. 2, what time of day are we hanging out?
Oh, that matters too.
If we're talking nighttime lunch or daytime lunches,
you're loyal.
You're a little bit more
You're
loyal for sure. But if we're talking, 10 o'clock,
10 o'clock
ring,
and
ring.
after, yeah,
you ain't loyal.
It's not complicated. Everybody always wants to say like, it's complicated.
It's not.
It's not
No,
complicated.
it's not.
He's just not into you.
He's just not into you. That's the facts, though. So keep that in mind for all y'all out there. Okay, so I guess what I want to know is, what are the dead giveaways that a man is just not that into you?
There's a few.
All right, let's hear them.
The number one that I have heard one too many times. I really like you. You're so pretty. I really like you. I'm just not emotionally available right now. I'm not ready for a relationship.
I have pulled that card.
Oh. My gosh. Get real. Get real. You are a man. Especially at this age. You think you know anything about your emotions? Men are not emotionally mature. They don't know. No.
We're learning, okay?
I know. Okay, that was mean. Men do have awareness of their emotions, but men's brains do not develop until they are 25 years old. And it is very blatantly clear because men are not as emotionally mature as women. And I just simply do not believe that men have the emotional maturity to know whether they are available or unavailable. I think he just doesn't like you. That's his excuse. His nice way of saying it's me, it's not you. No, he doesn't like you.
So you're saying that if you're emotionally unavailable, he doesn't like you.
And that's exactly what I'm saying.
It kind of makes sense. But I don't know if I kind of agree. I don't know. This episode...
You really think a man is going to be genuinely saying from the heart, I'm just not emotionally available right now.
This episode has been good because you have spit a lot of facts, and I love, and you guys are starting to realize this, I love to be the devil's advocate, and sometimes I don't always agree with the stance that I'm throwing out there, but every time Sarah has a great rebuttal, and I'm like, wait a minute, maybe I'm not a toxic boyfriend.
You're not. You're not a toxic boyfriend.
No, I know I'm not.
It sounds like I hate men. I don't hate men. I know how they can be.
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately,
and I feel like that's fair to
true.
say.
Yes. Okay, but what else? So, what are some other great lines? Well, not great lines. What are some other lines that men say that you clearly dead giveaway know that he does not like you? I got to think on that for a second because I know I have one. Oh, yeah. Let's not ruin what we have by putting a label on it.
Oh my God. How is that going to ruin anything? Tell me how doing what we're doing right now.
It ruins the roster. That's simple.
That's my point. I'm like spitting everywhere. My rage is coming out.
Oh,
that
gosh.
is my point. You're not ruining what you have because what you have is two different things. One person is like, what we have is good. Our dynamic, our relationship, our everything. And the other person is like, let's not ruin this. I get to have you and all these people, and I don't want to ruin that.
Oh, geez.
That's how it gets ruined. No other way. Because if you have a good dynamic, putting a label on it will change nothing. If only anything, it'll make you closer.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
I have one more, and
Okay.
it's sort of similar to that one, but it's a different way of saying it. The men get creative. Okay, I'm probably girls say this stuff too, but 99.9% of the time it's a man saying this stuff.
All right, what is it?
Why do we need to define it if we're happy?
Oh, I've never said that one before.
Oh, I've heard that one.
Jeez, have you literally dealt with a million men? Like, just stereotypical
No, I
men?
literally haven't, no. But
Then how have you heard all of these?
because I have friends, we all have experiences, and unfortunately, this is not uncommon. This is not uncommon.
So, okay, I guess what I want to know is, right after a girl hangs out with a boy and then a girl goes back to their girls, what are you guys saying to each other?
Oh my gosh, this is so funny that you asked this because, like, before you, obviously this doesn't happen anymore because we've been in a relationship for a long time, but when you're like just starting out with a boy, the girls come back together and like physically reenact the things that happened. Like if you like put your arm around me in any kind of way or like you like kissed me in any kind of way, the girls are like, let me show you what happened. Lay down. And
What?
like,
No, that's so weird.
I promise.
Why men do not do that?
Because
That's
we gotta like girls love to share. That's the thing. Girls love to share. And we're not giving you, we have to give you
So then why
the
don't you share each
experience.
other's men and all be on the roster?
Because that's disgusting.
I'm just saying. You said
No,
it.
we like to share our experiences, and we like to like let you feel like you were there. And so we like physically, I'm not kidding, physically like reenact it.
I did not know this.
Promise.
Did you do that with me?
Absolutely I did, yes.
So, okay, drive-in movie. I pulled down the truck bed and we like blew up a little inflatable, and then like I put my arm around you and like in the middle of the Minions or whatever. Did you like
Absolutely. I have reenacted when we were in our like little situationship phase. I would reenact the things that you did to me to my friends.
Why have you never told me this?
Because that's just what girls do.
That is so weird. Men, when
I hear your friends talking to you on the phone, I want to vomit. I want to absolutely vomit. They talk disgustingly. Girls, sometimes girls want to know, what do men say when the girls aren't around? You don't want to know. It's repulsing. It's disgusting. I wish I could put earplugs in.
Well, I think some of the people here deserve to know. Men talk about the, what is the PG way to say this? Men talk about the dirty things that happen.
Girls don't.
Women clearly talk about the romantic things.
The romance, the emotions, yes.
Oh, man. What? Sometimes I'm just ashamed of my fellow creatures. What are we doing?
Creatures is the right word. Creatures is right. I happen to have an opinion that may be controversial.
Oh, what?
I think that situationship heartbreaks can be as bad, if not worse, than actual breakups.
Unfortunately, I relate to that on a very high level.
What makes you say that?
Well, before you, I had one other heartbreak, and it wasn't my girlfriend.
You never dated.
It was, what?
You never dated.
Yeah. I'm saying yes. But I'm saying it's ironic because the girl that I cried over and my heart felt broken for was not the one that I dated for 3 months. It was a situationship.
So you cried over a girl that you never dated?
Yes.
I've been there before.
Embarrassed. Hey!
I cried over a boy I never dated.
I feel seen.
I absolutely did.
Yes, no, I was bawling my eyes out.
I genuinely think it actually, because it's almost worse because it's like you don't actually ever get to see like the flaws of a person when you're in a situationship, because you don't really get, like we talked about on the last episode, like you don't get past the like phase of like the honeymoon phase where you start seeing their real flaws. So right. All in your head, you're talking about like, what if, you know what I mean? You get all excited about this person because you have this like, this notion of them in your head, and then it all goes away and it's like, it could have been so good.
Right. There's so many, and that's the thing about crying over a situationship. There's so many things that are flooding into your brain at that point. It's not only like, oh man, I'm sad because he or she left me, but also, did he even like me in the first place?
Right.
Was I just a toy to him? Mm-hmm. Was I just a roster girl? So all these emotions are coming in, and then you just kind of break down and say, wow, I'm hopeless.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There's some like, you know when somebody has like their situationship ending though. I feel like there's some like.
What do you mean?
If a girl out of nowhere starts randomly posting thirst traps every single day.
Oh,
her
yes.
like
yes.
feeling herself, like she's just like lip syncing and she's at the gym.
That's how you know she's single.
That girl's single.
Yes.
That girl just got her heart broken.
Yes. Also, it's really important to keep an eye on those captions. All right.
Yeah.
What are we saying? Also, y'all know this one, the repost.
The repost.
What are we reposting?
Y'all got to keep those reposts sacred. And I'm sorry, I get it. When you're scrolling and you see something that just like really hits, you're like, oh, that is hitting home right now. Just don't repost it. Just don't. Because you are airing out your business to everyone. Everybody knows you just got your heart broken.
Everyone, especially if you commented on that repost too, then that's
double
not going to end
whammy.
well. Double whammy. Because I mean, listen, those ladies out there, y'all are some FBI agents.
Oh yeah.
And men probably not as much. I feel like men just don't care like that. They're too busy like watching sports and playing video games. But for you, I mean, I know you, like you be scrolling through the talk and looking at the reposts.
I go through people's reposts all the time and I'm like, oh, something happened.
Oh, this person's single.
So if you're trying to keep your business, Watch those reposts because you could be airing stuff out and not even realizing it.
Yeah, real talk, real talk. I was just thinking while you were talking, and I was like, you know what? If you've been in more than 2 situationships in a year, then maybe you're the problem.
Honestly, that's not a crazy take.
It's not a crazy take?
Because at some point, at a certain point, it's like you're not in a situationship. You're in denial. It's like
That's a good point.
They don't like you. Either you're playing the field or you're not doing something right because nobody wants to lock you down.
Yeah, real talk. Real talk. Most likely it's probably the latter option. They're probably not doing something right.
Okay.
This was kind of funny. We're new to this podcasting thing, and every once in a while we'll be like talking, then we look at each other and go, so whose turn is it to talk now? So wait, what do we say now?
Wait. I don't know.
Okay, I actually know what we can talk about real fast because right here in my pocket, you didn't know this, but I have a limited edition Dating Diner podcast keychain.
You know you want that.
Well, we're not selling them.
Oh.
One lucky person who comments the word arrow in the comment section will receive this limited edition Dating Diner keychain.
Well, I only have one more thing to say.
Okay, finish it off.
I don't miss the days of situationships. And for all of you out there that are in your situationships era, I love you. I see you. I'm praying for you. I'm on your team. We're here together, and stay safe out there because I'm locked in. So
stay safe out there, y'all.
Never have to go through a situationship again.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Been there, done that. Well, we have really enjoyed this conversation.
I think it's time.
Honestly, I could literally go on for hours and hours, but instead I want to bring you guys into the conversation because we have the
Dating Diner Hotline.
Yeah. Bring it in, the Dating Diner Hotline. So if you guys don't know what the Dating Diner Hotline is,
well, we're going to call you all in so that we can hear your crazy dating stories, give you some advice, and just hear what you have going on.
That's right. And we heard on the other end of this phone, somebody has got something crazy to share. So without any further ado, let's ring them.
Let's call her in.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the Dating Diner Hotline. Who is this?
Oh my gosh. Hi guys. My name's Kennedy.
Hello, Kennedy. What's been going on, girl?
Okay, so I have a story for you guys.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so basically I have this boyfriend and we've been together for about a couple months now and he's the best. Our relationship has been so good.
Oh,
but I've
great.
kind of had an issue with his family, just a little bit of a rocky start to
Okay.
meeting them. So basically like a couple of weeks ago, we're going to his family barbecue, and I'm kind of a picky eater, so
Me too.
I'm really eating a lot of the food, and his mom was kind of like watching me not eat the food that she prepared, which was like kind of weird. And then I also wasn't really interacting with the kids a lot because I was like trying to get to know like his main family. You know?
Sure, that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. And I went to the bathroom and I come out and she like kind of corners me and immediately was just like, I noticed that you haven't been eating a lot and also that you haven't really been talking to the kids and you kind of need to step it up if you want my approval.
Oh,
And
no.
I was very taken aback and I basically just said like, hey, I love your son. We have a great relationship. I really don't think that I need your approval.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then she ended up telling my boyfriend the next day about the situation. So I kind of was put in a weird spot. So I'm curious on if y'all think that I'm in the wrong for saying I don't need her approval.
Ooh, wow. This is a
actually
hard-hitting
rough.
question.
This
Yeah.
is tough.
Hard.
Okay, I'll give my opinion first. Well, I gotta say, I think you're in the wrong because you should have eaten her food.
Well, she's a picky eater.
I tried so hard. It was like pork, and I don't like pork.
See, I get that. I'm a picky eater too. Like, I'm right there with you. But like, what you could do, you could have taken a couple bites, get a little napkin over to the side, and just spit it out there.
No, I think the mom was out of place for telling you that if you don't go eat the food and talk to the kids, that you're not going to get her seal of approval. I think she was out of line. It's a family barbecue. If there's real pressing issues and she's worried about her son, then that's one thing. But she seems like she was out of line.
The mom was definitely out of line. There's no disagreeing there.
I totally understand her wanting to like make sure that I'm good. Like that was her first time like kind of hanging out with me. So I totally understand like kind of analyzing, seeing how I am, but like she didn't really talk to me the whole time. She kind of was just watching me.
Is she jealous of you? It sounds like mom is in love with her son.
Exactly. You get it. That's just how it felt to me. But obviously I couldn't say that to him when he was like talking about it with me. So I don't know.
I think the long story short, my final guidance, eat the food, but don't eat the man.
Oh. Yeah.
Take that however you want.
Okay.
I absolutely, that's great advice.
Well, Kennedy, we've loved having you on. Thank you
guys
for the call.
It was nice to meet you all.
Hopefully we'll hear from you again.
Yes. Bye, you guys.
Bye, Kennedy.
Bye.
I
Wow.
think
That was our toughest one yet, I think.
that's just what I was about to say. I don't think I've ever been able to give guidance like that, and she probably didn't agree with my guidance.
I mean, I don't think she should have to eat the food if she doesn't like it. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
And I get that, but like, I feel like when somebody invites you over to their place to literally eat the food that they prepared, you kind of got to act like you like it.
I mean, I don't think she went up and said she didn't like it.
Is that such a crime? I don't know. Let me know down below in the comment section if y'all agree.
Give Kennedy another chance. Justice for Kennedy.
Justice for Kennedy in the chat. Anyways, this has been amazing.
So fun.
Thank you so much for watching our episode. Guys, if you have been enjoying this podcast, we're on Spotify. We're on Apple
Go watch
Music.
us on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Go follow our TikTok. Go follow our Instagram. Go follow our Snapchat.
Facebook. Anywhere you consume your podcast, we are there. So thank you for watching, and we will see you next Friday.
We
See
love
you
you.
later. Bye. Peace.